Um, Imagine you're running a high-stakes corporate security center.
Oh, yeah. That is a total stress nightmare.
Right. I mean, your monitors are split into 4 vital camera feeds,
Yeah.
but the whole system relies on this maze of clunky cables running into, like, an expensive external video processor.
Yeah, and if one single cable gets bumped,
Exactly, you're flying blind. So today, we're taking a custom deep dive into a spec sheet you shared with us from HDTVSupply that basically solves this exact nightmare.
yeah, we're looking at the Hall Technologies HT-HV75-Q.
Quite a name.
Right, well, it's a massive 75-inch 4K quad display. But our mission today is really to figure out why this isn't just, an oversized living room TV. It is a highly specialized 247 professional workhorse.
It really represents a total war on failure points.
I
Okay, let's unpack this by just starting with the screen. Like, don't picture one giant television showing a movie.
No, definitely not.
Right, think of this as 4 completely seamless, bezel-free monitors that are perfectly fused into a single native 4K canvas.
Which is a massive 3840 by 2160 resolution space, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. And instead of relying on all that external hardware we talked about to split the screen up, the magic is all happening inside.
Exactly. What's fascinating here is that this display completely swallows the job of messy external hardware.
Okay.
It has a a 2x2 video processor built right in.
Oh, wow. Built right in.
Yeah, so think about a traditional external video wall controller. It acts like this frantic traffic cop, trying to route 4 lanes of fast-moving cars onto a single highway.
Right, which, I mean, that just guarantees latency.
Latency, physical strain, a huge risk of failure. But this display just builds 4 dedicated lanes directly into the pavement. It effortlessly processes 4 separate HDMI inputs simultaneously.
So whether you want them in a 2x2 grid, side by side, or like a picture-in-picture mode.
Right, and by handling that natively, you completely eliminate the need to buy, configure, and troubleshoot a clunky, expensive external video wall controller.
Now, pushing 4 different data feeds to a single screen 24/7, like in a busy control room or security center, well, that requires a totally different physical build than a home TV.
Oh, totally.
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Hmm.
Because I was looking at the specs, and they highlight that the rear panel has absolutely 0 cooling vents.
None at all.
Right. How does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sealing a heavy-duty processor inside a metal box with no airflow sounds like a recipe for a 75-inch oven.
It does sound counterintuitive until you remember the #1 enemy of commercial electronics.
Which is dust, right?
Exactly, dust. In a commercial environment, dust is a slow killer. It coats the internal components, insulates them, and eventually just causes them to fry.
Right.
By designing a completely sealed chassis, they keep the dust out, which is how they can guarantee a massive 50,000-hour lifespan.
But wait, what happens to all the heat?
Well, that's the clever part of the physical build. The rear panel is specially angled at the top. This geometry actually acts as a passive thermal heat sink, allowing ambient air to just draw heat up and away without ever exposing the sensitive electronics inside.
Oh, wow. That is so smart. And every physical quirk is really about controlling the environment. Like, they even included an OSD on-screen display button lock feature.
Yeah, which is crucial.
Because if this is mounted in an airport lobby, nobody could just walk up and tamper with your carefully arranged security feeds.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, you see this really strict engineering philosophy. I mean, they include built-in 2.5-watt stereo speakers and a heavy-duty wall mount right in the box.
So you don't even have to run cables to external speakers.
Exactly. Every cable you don't have to run is another point of failure you've eliminated, making it an incredible, reliable, self-contained unit for high-stakes environments.
So what does this all mean for the buyer? I mean, we do have to talk about the price. It carries a $3,850 price tag.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
No, even with the source noting that HDTVSupply offers a 15% discount code, plus, another 5% off if you pay by wire transfer, that is still a serious upfront investment.
It is steep compared to a consumer TV you'd put in your den, but for a business, you have to measure the total cost of ownership.
Right.
Replicating this setup piecemeal, like buying an industrial monitor, a dedicated 4-input video wall processor, specialized mounting hardware, and audio equipment separately, that will cost a business far more.
And more importantly, you're introducing a dozen different ways for the system to break.
Exactly.
It's essentially a high-end computer, disguised as a monitor, which really leaves you with a provocative thought to chew on.
Oh, yeah.
As these native processors become powerful enough to effortlessly divide massive 4K screens into, well, any configuration we want without needing vents or breaking a sweat, are we looking at the extinction of the traditional multi-monitor workspace?
Hmm.
Like, will the clunky, bezel-heavy, cable-tangled desk setup soon be replaced entirely by a single, infinitely adaptive pane of glass?
That really makes you wonder.
Definitely something to think about the next time you find yourself staring at the black, plastic edges between your screens. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and we'll catch you on the next one.